Structural racism is like a web without the spider. This is a problem that is so important and yet so deeply misunderstood. My name is Stephen Menendian. I'm a researcher at the Othering and Belonging Institute at UC Berkeley. I've been challenged to explain the 101 of structural racism in 101 seconds. One way of understanding structural racism is that it's an evolution of the 1960s concept of institutional racism, to say that institutions can produce and maintain racial inequality even in the absence of any kind of invidious intent. People will often say, well, there's a racist institution. Isn't there a racist actor behind it? Sometimes it's the web without the spider. That happens within an institution, within systems, and then it can also happen at a systems of systems level, and that's structural racism. So for example, the criminal justice system has many institutions: the police, the courts, prisons and jails, public defenders' offices. It's how multiple systems interact, that we all live in structures of opportunity. And these structures affect our life outcomes as much as the choices that we make. If we live in a neighborhood with great schools, we are on the up escalator. But if you live in a neighborhood with struggling schools, impoverished neighbors, unhealthy environment, you're running up a down escalator. Structural racism is simply the racialization of opportunity structures. Today, we have systems that do that across the board. It's not just a legacy of Jim Crow or slavery. In fact, many of the key forces that sustain structural racism today are actually post-civil rights era innovations. Mass incarceration really takes off in the 80s and 90s. Fiscal instability across this country, number of municipalities declaring bankruptcy, things like exclusionary zoning, which keep low-income people out of high-opportunity neighborhoods. These are the structures of opportunity hoarding. The reason this affects race is because racial segregation is still larger than class segregation. A middle-income Black American tends to live in a neighborhood that has a higher poverty rate than that of a poor white person. That's the problem. People of color get caught in an undertow, and that's what we have to tackle. I'm very pleased to share that my book on structural racism is now out. It's a comprehensive explanation of how it works and what to do about it.